can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
AP News, I'm Ed Donahue. On day 37 of the government shutdown, President Trump wants the Senate to end it.
Well, I think it's time for them to end the filibuster and just put everybody back to work. Vote in voter ID, vote in no mail-in voting except for military, faraway military, and people that are very sick. I'd like to see one-day voting. I'd like to see not 65 days of voting.
Airports in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago are among 40 of the busiest across the country where flights will be cut starting tomorrow due to the government shutdown. A list was obtained by the AP. Najir Kali stopped by a food distribution center in New Jersey.
My message to the people in Washington will be just to get it together. We need to all work together. Regardless of whose side we're on, we all need to work together as people, human beings.
The Trump administration now says cuts to the biggest government food program won't be as deep as previously expected during the government shutdown. It now says the maximum SNAP benefit for November will be cut by 35% rather than by half. The Supreme Court is allowing the Trump administration to enforce a policy blocking transgender and non-binary people from choosing passport sex markers that align with their gender identity. A federal judge in Chicago will issue an extensive injunction restricting federal agents' use of force, saying a top Border Patrol official leading an immigration crackdown repeatedly lied about threats posed by protesters and reporters. President Trump has unveiled a deal with drug makers Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to expand coverage and reduce prices for their popular obesity treatments, Zepbound and Wegovy. Police near Dallas say 24-year-old Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon was found dead of an apparent suicide after evading authorities in his vehicle and fleeing the scene of an accident on foot. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. The high-kicking Radio City Rockettes are turning 100. The New York Christmas tradition didn't start in New York.
The Rockettes actually originated in 1925 in St. Louis, Missouri, and they were known as the Missouri Rockets first.
Assistant dance captain Taylor Shimko says the act moved to the newly built Radio City Music Hall in 1932, where they are today. Choreographer Julie Branham says over the years, the Rockettes have turned it up a notch or two.
We were able to make the numbers a little bit more exciting by making the tempo a little faster. So we used to kick at 140 BPMs per minute. Now we kick at 152 BPMs a minute.
The troupe's signature Christmas spectacular is a blend of the traditional and modern.
I always say from the waist down is the work, from the waist up it's Merry Christmas.
More than 1 million people are expected to see the Rockettes this Christmas season, and they will see a new immersive sound system, similar to one used at the Sphere in Las Vegas. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light to you. Buy a pack here at home, win big prizes too. Gather your friends, the season is here. It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light.
The 12 weeks of cheers are on. Purchase any 12-pack of Bud Light, Budweiser, or Michelob Ultra cans now through December 19th for your chance to win a trip for two to watch your favorite NFL team live, plus weekly prizes. Details at currentcnmi.com.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. With rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise, through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Our connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight repays. Some signs meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Oh my God, that's a little too intense. Good morning, Marianas. It is 7:48. It is Friday. And you guys are all caught up with your Associated Press headlines, everything that's happening in the United States and all around the world. We're going to take care of what's happening here in a little bit, but we've got a heck of a show today. We got some folks from NMC. Who's coming in? Her name's Eileen. You're going to hear all about what she's got to say with their project that's coming on. After that, it's going to get all kind of patriotic in here because we're going to have a whole bunch of folks from Project Buddy Check 670 coming in and checking in with us. Got to see those guys last night at the planning for the big event for Veterans Day. You know, there is a big event on Veterans Day. It is next week. Remember, if you're wondering what day is Veterans Day, I know it's in November, but when is it? It's the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. Every single year, that's Veterans Day. So that's going to be happening at Memorial Park, and that's going to be great on its own. But what happens after that is going to be really fun, where there is a family fun day for vets and their families happening same place, not at the flag circle, but over by the softball field. We're going to hear all about that from some pretty cool folks. Where are they right now? How come they're not here? Let's say, you think you're the only one, Brett? No, they're right next door, just on the other side of that wall and a couple floors down, over with our friends over at KKMP doing the morning rounds. They're going to be coming over in just a bit, and I'm excited for that. Oh, jeez. Looking at you guys in the comments, about killed me. PK says, happy birthday to you and that goat face Travis chose. Jesus, PK. Whoa. Wow. All right. Well, hey, good morning, you guys. What the heck? It's now you start Friday. Let's see. Man, good morning, everybody. Ray, Jolene, Kumoy, Ariola, great to see you guys this morning. Thanks for tuning in. You know, I feel like I'm going to have to move this over here so it's a little bit more like right in front of me. Good morning, you guys. Marissa Flores, our floor leader, is in the house. Good morning to you as well. Connie Park Baza, welcome back. Great to see you. And so glad that you're joining us again, because we couldn't do this without you. We wouldn't do this without you watching us. Mylan's in the house. Thank you for joining us today. Again, good to see you as well. Tobot Castro, I hope I don't look as stoned today as I looked yesterday, apparently. You bastards. But it's great to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in. You're still feeling pretty good with your Dodgers winning the World Series. Great to see you, Ray Jolene. I saw you guys earlier. Carmen and Barcina Sablan is in the house. Biba Betness, she says, 670. Buenos dias, Brother Brad and the news crew. Great to see all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Man, we've got a lot to get to today. There's so many things happening, both on the national side and all around the world. And remember, you guys are part of this show. This is not just me hanging out. I mean, it is. But it's hanging out with you. So you can call us at... Here's the number, 789-2323, 670-789-2323. That's a great idea. I did leave the phone in the bag in the other room, so that's great. So when we take a break, when Eileen gets here, I'll run and grab it. She'll be here. They're going to go live with us at 8 o'clock. And after that, my gosh, you know, I have the other phone right here. You'd think I've got this down, but you can send us a message in the meantime. Oh, my goodness, one of the best bike riders in Saipan and inspiring others, Wilfredo Barbo in the house. Good morning. And, thank you. Thank you. He says congratulations. I know he's talking about that prom king election that they have for the Chamber of Commerce. Yes, thank you very much. It's great to be a part of that again. You know, I'm serious. I thought about not doing it, and not because, I had enough. No. Just, it takes a lot of time to do that stuff. It's great to be a part of it. You get to know a lot about what's going on. You're part of the conversations that's happening between the businesses and the government, and it's a really good thing. You become a nexus between them and try to help with our economy and be the voice for the businesses that we've got. And I think we've got a great crew. You know, Sean Fickey was one of the guys who ran. He didn't make it this time, but man, you got to love that guy for jumping in and even running. I'm telling you, anybody who runs, it's awesome. They only do it because they want to make a difference. He got reached out to by the team at the chamber, said, hey, would you run? And he said, yeah. And he went for it. It would have been cool. Maybe we could go out like on jet skis and boats and stuff like that and have our meetings that way. That would be awesome. But unfortunately, we could still do it. But anyway, thanks for running. The folks who did get in, we got Dr. Nelson Crum. You know Dental Donna. She's on our show all the time. And you will be seeing her a bunch next week, too, to talk about things that are happening with Paradise Dental Spa, the home of the Island Smiles Discount Dental Plan. The only discount dental plan in Saipan. Tinny and Rhoda. The other folks who got in, Joshua Wise, Dr. Joshua Wise, he's our vice president for the chamber. He's reelected again. And Amir Yunus, that's right, Mr. Marianas Variety himself, he's in there. I'm super stoked. I called him. I'm like, dude, this means we get to hang out more. I've already hung out with him a couple of times. Every time I do, he's cool. I would like to golf with him because I know he golfs, but I suck at golf. I would only do it just for the hangout, but not for the talent exchange. He would get the short end of the stick from me on that one. Just, nope, not going to be good at all. Caddy Ann, great to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning, too. And over there, I can see you guys. And Etau, over there on the YouTube side, good to see you, too. Agriganjaten, good to see you, too. Is that the new Let's Say 10? Agriganjaten? That's awesome. Great to see you over there as well. Man, it is always a treat to be with you guys every morning. And I'm glad that we're able to be here today. IT&E is what brings us together with the technology. But we are able to come together through traffic also because that's what we're going to be doing today. In fact, we're going to get on it right now. I want to make sure that you guys know what's awaiting you on the roads today because it's a little bit slick out there in some spots. So far, so good. This is what it looks like. This is your live look at traffic right now in the Marianas. We'll pump that up a little bit. Only a couple of trouble spots when you're looking out there in Saipan. Saipan's looking mighty good. And that's kind of what you would expect on a nice Friday like today. We're actually starting on the backside today. Over there with folks going through like the Santa Lourdes area. And it's not too bad on that side. Even over there, excuse me, as I fight through a yawn, through a Gigi Drive and everything, through the Mid-End District is looking pretty good. A little bit of traffic over there by the Marianas Heights buildings in Puerto Rico, but not much to speak of. Same as you get past the pickleball/tennis courts. Over there in Garapan, a little bit of traffic going on right now over by I Am Pancake. Yeah, I know, that's not the name of it. It's 38 Mitsubishi. But man, I love that sign. I don't know, I think they're marketing geniuses because they've got more people asking themselves if they're a pancake. Yeah, I know. Almost as good as that Judy's pancake. Come fall back fast. All right, over there on Beach Road by the Keto Thai restaurant, it's a little bit slow. Again, traffic backing up. Heading north on Middle Road if you're over there by the Quartermaster Road as well, but it's been much worse. Over by the intersection that matters, by the place where connections matter, IT&E, traffic looking mighty beautiful today on November 7th. All right, over by Mount Carmel School, you can see that folks are over there dropping off some kids, people waiting at the light, over at a bus stop as well. And let's take a look over in Chalumpiao. A bunch of cars in both directions out in front of Hopwood. That is a spot where kids get on the bus an awful lot, and right now there's a whole lot of that. Senior Martinez, not looking too bad. Even when you get all the way to the Shell in Dandan, it's backed up a little bit past Dajon Drive. You know that little creep road that gets you behind Joe 10 Dandan? Yeah, there's traffic that goes past that road. And over there by NMC as well, as everyone's looking at the new Pro Student Union. Pretty cool. Some traffic going on over there in San Vicente as folks make their way over to the home of the Canaries, heading north up there. And not a bad place to be. It looks like there's just a little bit of traffic right now. Katie Ann, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, thank you so much. You just changed your Facebook name. Great, thank you so much. Thank you, Cade. Appreciate it. All right, let's go back down and take a look. That's the overall, that's your satellite view of the Marianas when it comes to traffic. Looking pretty good, not too shabby. But you know, you don't even have to worry about traffic if you go over to Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI will get you everywhere you need to go on the blue line. That's right. All the way from Tocqueville to the Paseo and everywhere in between. They've got you covered, and they've got you there with a very nice, easy way to go. That's right. You get to sit in a nice, comfortable seat, a nice, clean bus where they've got great air conditioning, smiling faces, and free Wi-Fi. That's right, free Wi-Fi. You can hop online while you're hopping on the bus and enjoy it. And when you do hop on the bus, you're able to get to everywhere you need to go for just $2. $2 is your standard fare for one way with no stops. And if you're, come on in. And if you are a student, a veteran, active duty military, you're Manamco, or you got disabilities, it's only $1 to get anywhere on the Blue Line. How about that? Monday through Friday from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. They do not make change for you. They just make you get to where you need to go. So please pay an exact change. If you got any questions, you can give them a call at 236-2682. That's 236-2682. And if you think, oh, that sounded pretty great, well, we've got one more great thing about that for you. If you are a veteran, active duty, if you're in the Guard, you're in the Reserve, you get to ride for free for the whole month of November on Transit CNMI. That is right. And you can bring your immediate family members with you. That is the coolest deal in town. And now the other thing is, though, if you, your family members just want to go and hop on the bus without you, well, that doesn't work. You can't be like, hey, my dad's a veteran. No. You got to be with your dad if he's the vet. If you got to be with your mom if she's the vet. You got to be with your uncle. Nope, you got to be immediate family. So if you're a veteran, make sure, or active duty, make sure you show your ID. All you got to do is flash it, and they'll come up there and make sure the card's the only thing you're flashing those drivers. They got to keep their eyes on the road, guys. All right. Well, we're just about 8 o'clock, and the woman of the hour is here. So we're going to take just a very quick break to get her all set up and sitting down with us, and we're going to be back. We're going to learn a whole lot of great stuff. Look at that smile. I see her on the other side. Oh, she's laughing now. All right, Eileen Balta coming up in just a little bit. So don't go anywhere, folks. We are going to be right back just after this. In fact, you know what I'll do? I will just get you guys the sports update from Fox News. So here, Fox Sports, here you go.
Fox Sports Update.
History was made in the NHL on Wednesday as the 900 Goal Club got its first member, and his name is Alex Ovechkin.
Puck got down to the air by Ovechkin.
The call on TNT, Ovechkin scoring a goal in the second period for the Washington Capitals, backhanding a rebound past Blues goalie Jordan Binnington. It's the 900th goal of Ovechkin's legendary career. He's the all-time leading scorer in NHL history, passing Wayne Gretzky's 894 goal mark last season. The Capitals defeating the Blues by a score of 6-1.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
In the NBA, the Knicks continue their hot streak at home.
Towns got the smaller Edwards on him, and he slams it down.
Courtesy of ESPN, Karl Anthony Towns with the dunk on Anthony Edwards. He finished with 15 points and 10 rebounds, his league-leading 7th double-double of the season. The Knicks taking down the Timberwolves 137-114. They remain undefeated at Madison Square Garden. Elsewhere, the Cavaliers defeating the 76ers 132-121. Donovan Mitchell popping off for Cleveland. He finished with a season-high 46 points. The Pistons with a 114-103 win over the Jazz. Cade Cunningham scoring 19 of his 31 points in the fourth quarter. And the Nets getting their first win of the season. They beat the Pacers 112-103. MLB news Wednesday, the Atlanta Braves have exercised their $18 million club option for left-handed starting pitcher Chris Sale. The 36-year-old put up impressive numbers despite some injuries last season. He went 7-5 with a 2.58 ERA. And Seattle Mariners second baseman Jorge Polanco has declined his player option and will now test free agency. Polanco hit 26 homers for Seattle this past season and had an .821 OPS, helping the Mariners get to their first ALCS in 24 years. It's Game On with the Fox Sports app, available wherever you download apps. I'm Tony Genualdo.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
It's a brand new day in the Marianas. Coffee's hot and we're full of promise. So say it on the genie and feel the glow. We've got the stories you wanna know. trees sway at the traffic's light. Sunrise news, we're feeling right. Tune in now, don't miss your chance. Start your day with Island Dance. And good morning. Good morning, Marianas. Good morning, Marianas. And good morning. And good morning.
All right, that's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. We made it. Not only did you get the sports update, which was great, but we've also got our guest is in studio with us. Somehow, some way, we figure all this stuff out. She wanted to go and use the makeup room real quick, and I'm like, do you really need it? I don't think you do. And so anyway, we're happy to have our guest in studio with us this morning. It's Eileen Babauta. She is awesome. It's great to have you in here with us, and thanks for being here.
Well, it's great to be here, Brad. Thank you for the patience and the invitation.
That's a problema.
Right,
it's great to have you in here. You are worth the wait because you do such great stuff. I'm telling you, every time I see, like, I've got, we're going to be sharing this with folks online in a little bit, but looking at your website now, I love these pictures. I could see, like, every day has to be a rewarding day where you work. Maybe
gotta be.
You got to tell people. Okay, let's tell everybody who you are and where you work and everything.
Okay, so thanks again, Brad. My name is Eileen Alapuzo Babauta, and I'm the director for the University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities. In other words, also known as UCED, UCEDD. And we are located up at the Northern Marianas College. And so, hit us up when you have a question or anything. That's why we're here today.
Yeah, she puts the E in excellence. It's perfect. I love all the stuff that you're doing. I get to hear a lot about it from Kathy, too, about the great stuff that UCED does.
Yes.
And, boy, it's just awesome. But you've got this new thing to talk to us about, the CNMI Tech. How do I pronounce it? Because I saw pie. I'm like, ooh, you had me at pie.
It's pieces, actually.
But I see PIE. I'm like, I'm hungry already.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. And so it's CNMI Technology Partners Increasing Employment Through Coordinated Services.
I love it.
Yeah, that's Tech
easy.
Pieces for short. Yes. And so this is a $9.2 million grant that the CNMI has been awarded, that is hosted by the Northern Marianas College, to help our people with disabilities in transitions to employment. And so when we talk about transitions, it's basically from high school, to post-secondary, or to the trades, or just improving or learning more community living skills, or become an entrepreneur. And so these are the things that we are really trying to coordinate now with our partners from the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation, the CNMI Council on Developmental Disabilities, the Northern Marianas Technical Institute, NM Tech, the San Diego State University, and the UCED. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but it's a long list. But this is where the coordinated services comes into play.
Well, you definitely got to work with a whole bunch of people to do all this stuff.
Yes, and it's always been very worthwhile because we also work alongside our Disability Network partners, other agencies here in the CNMI that help us with the projects, collaboration, and just really being there together to get the goal going, and that's to enhance the lives of all people with disabilities.
Well, and I see all these folks that look really familiar to me because I see them at all the events and all the different locations whenever you guys have something going on, when the community has something going on.
Yes.
And I love it because there's some of these smiles that you just can't forget. The personalities that go along with them too. Like, it is great. I've got the website on the screen for everyone to check it out right now. But
thank you.
It is just great work that you end up doing with all the folks that are in there. And boy, the secondary education. What do kids and what are the parents of folks who have developmental disabilities, what do they do after high school? I mean, that's like one of the big questions, and it's like people are all in when it comes for the kids, but these kids grow up,
Yes. And our goals are is to be able to teach them self-determination so that they can decide on their own what they want to be. What do you want to be when you grow up? Same thing, with non-disabled people. What do you want to do when you grow up? It's just that people with disabilities need just a little bit more time, patience, a little bit of finesse here and there. But, they can do whatever you can do. So don't underestimate that.
Probably better.
We're just here to provide that added support and get them on their way. And this is what this program is all about. Yeah.
I love it, and I think because what I like about it is that you change people's perspectives on this, and you build confidence among these folks who are a vital part of our community. These are our loved ones, and these are our friends and our family, and being able to see those small accomplishments and those big accomplishments, and watching them gain confidence along the way.
Yes, that's what we try to do every day.
Wow, you got the best job. You really do.
I hope so.
Oh my gosh. All right. So again, so we've got your website's on the screen right now, and maybe you could walk us through like some of these things.
Sure. So right now we have our online application on cnmitechpieces.com on our website. Please, if you are if you have graduated from high school, or a vet, or anyone who needs these trainings to gain competitive integrated employment, please go ahead and fill out that application. We are getting ready to launch, hopefully by late November, early December. It really just depends on how well we coordinate and organize our venues. Our trainers are pretty much in line. They're ready to go. We're just really trying to recruit, and we are recruiting on Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. And so this program is for the CNMI, not just one island.
It looks like your application deadline's on Monday.
Yes, but we are going to extend that. We are flexible, and that's one of the things that makes us all great in this partnership and collaboration, is if we need to push things back and continue recruitment to meet our number, to collect our data, then that's what it's going to be.
Outstanding. Really, and here it says, technology partners increasing employment through coordinated services project aims to improve independence, education, and competitive integrated employment for disconnected youth and adults with disabilities in the CNMI by integrating service delivery through the integrated resource team model. The project addresses barriers such as limited technology access, low educational attainment, and limited employment support. How about that limited technology access? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So this whole grant is all about technology. And so we are going to provide assistive technology devices to all our participants. And what that is we're trying to improve our access to technology. We're also going to bring in Starlink. And so each and every participant will have a Starlink device. We are
at their house?
At their house. And see, we're trying to decide what is better, because not all of us have I don't even have Starlink, but we're going to give our participants that opportunity. So we're trying to gauge whether the mobile device is better, because I know there's a Starlink mobile, and then there's the regular Starlink that you get to hook up at home. And so we're really, it's very brand new, so we don't even know. And so what we're going to do is just really maybe try both and see what works, because what we want to do is for them to always have access to their technology, to the internet, and so that these devices can help them all throughout the trainings, and that's all they're going to do. We're going to try and do away with paper, pencil, and just move into access to technology, and that's one way we're going to do this. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, and it's a little bit different for everybody. And everyone's, again, going to be able to have access to it. That's going to be
the best part is they're going to own it.
Really?
Yes.
My gosh, so just a great grant.
That is the incentive, to be able to do something, to make something of yourself. And the first step is to provide you these assistive technology devices. So upon successful completion of the program, you get to keep that AT device.
Wow, what are some of the things they're going to go through in the program?
And so we have created through our partners, we've created a curriculum program that will help with soft skills, digital literacy. We've got also one of my favorite pieces to this is to include a self-care, empowerment, resilience training, so that when they are in training and they feel like they're challenged, like there's barriers, that they don't just give up, that they have the skills to be able to pick themselves up and say, I can do this, I'm going to do this. I've got the skills. I've got the power. I'm going to finish what I started, So those are the types of mentality that we're really trying to bring in, so that we don't just lose them throughout the way, but they'll use their skills and be able to just pick themselves up.
Man.
We'll be right there too, but and so we've got job coaches also online. We've got career navigators that are going to support them in the classroom, at the workplace, wherever they need, because these navigators are supposed to be able to provide mentorship, coaching, counseling, driven types of activities where they can discover what their career paths are. So that's their main goals.
Man, that's something anyone could use. I could use that. Really, it can easily be like a joke, but I could really use, that's something that everyday folks could use. I literally had that kind of thought going as I'm rolling into work this morning. And there's other days, but that thing about being able to pick yourself up, I need some positive affirmations to get myself going today, because I'm doubting myself a little bit, I think that's something that would go for just about anybody.
Yes, and that's why it's a team effort, Brad. It's not just me, it's all of us. It's the CNMI. We got to help each other, build ourselves up instead of being dragged down. So we got to work together to keep that smile going, Yeah.
You're right. Man, you are so right. And that's why I'm glad you're here today, for sure.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure to be here.
So we're on here. Let me put this back on the screen real quick,
Sure.
so people could see it. You said it's really easy to apply. We're on the application thing online. You're able to get a program participation waiver and consent form. So when folks have developmental disabilities, please excuse my ignorance on this one. Are they able to sign for this stuff themselves? Do they have to have like a parent at a certain age, or how does this work?
So the program is actually targeted towards those who have graduated, and only because the classes are scheduled in the morning. They're staggered. So some trainings will happen at 9 a.m., some will happen at 1, 4 o'clock, and I think 4 o'clock is the latest, 4 to 6:30. So it's basically 2.5 hours a day, because we really want to go at their own pace. We don't want to rush things. We want to make sure that they learn, fully comprehend, and be able to practice, hands-on activities, and be able just to really take it to heart. If we go 65 miles per hour, we're going to end up losing a couple, during that drive, and we don't want to do that. So our trainers are going to be able to ensure that the classroom is engaging, that there's hands-on activities, that there's enough support system within that classroom. And it's pretty typical of any other classroom, right? For any course that has students with disabilities, there has to be access, there has to be accommodation, and one of those things is time. And so we're not going to push right through this. So that's how our schedule is actually developed. We're going to go at their pace, but we're still going to motivate them, and we're not going to take 3 weeks on one topic, but it's just, we're going to have to gauge it. We're going to have to encourage them, to empower them, and that's how we're going to do this.
I love it. And so we're looking at your curriculum right now, and the month of November, the module is all about me.
Yes.
It says participants will gain skills in critical thinking. Boy, they need to teach that in school. Will gain skills in critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, resilience, and self-regulation to support their personal and professional growth. This model will include NMC's BE 111 college success scores.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
So, sometimes, right, this is not just a one program plan. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It really depends, because we change our minds all the time, and we do that. So for them to be able to decide, this is where that self-determination comes in, right? They'll decide whether it's for them. Sometimes employment is not what I want. I want to go to college, right? Or, hey, I want to own my own business. I want to own my own hours. Don't want nobody telling me what to do, right? So you become an entrepreneur, open your own business. But then there's some that just want to be able to continue to enhance their community living skills. We don't know that. What we're trying to do is to give them options to choose. What is it that you want to do? Because I, for one, alongside my partners, we don't want you to just go home and just sit down and watch TV all day. We want you to live a fulfilling life. And this is why this grant exists. It's because we want to improve the livelihood, and not just doing nothing.
Man, what you're giving people is free admission to a life worth living, and boy, how wonderful it is for you to do that. How about this grant? Where were you able to get this grant from? This sounds,
yes, and thank you for asking that, because man, it was a lot of work, Brad.
I bet.
So about a year and a half ago, some of the partners, especially those that are in our sub-awards right now, we just kind of came together because we heard about the Disability Innovation Fund. It's called the DIF grant. And so this is what it is. It's a grant through the U.S. Department of Education and the Rehabilitation Services Administration. And this is to improve competitive integrated employment for people with disabilities. So we just came together and say, hey, I want to do this. And my part is basically, the self-care, the empowerment, and self-regulation skills. Those are what I believe in my heart we need. I mean, we all need that. We get pissed off all the time. How do we regulate ourselves, let alone a person with a disability? And so that's one of my passions about this piece, the USETS piece in this program, as well as with transitions, helping them to really find their path, find a career pathway, an educational pathway, whichever it is. The other partners came in and say, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. So that's how this whole grant came together. And with the help of San Diego State University, Dr. Chaz Compton, who's also a contractor for OVR, came in and said, hey, we can do this. I can help you. So he actually wrote the grant.
Wow.
But he took all our pieces, put it together in one huge grant, and that's why everyone has a piece to this project. And that's basically just putting in what their state plans are, what their dreams are for people with disabilities. And this is how and why we're here. And it's to improve the workplace. I know we're also working with NMTech, right? Because we want to also be able to have access and accommodation for when a person with a disability goes and takes a course at NMTech. That there's the added supports there, that they're knowledgeable already on how to provide this modification or accommodation at a workplace. But
within about a year, that's going to be a lot easier when NMTech is in the south. It'll be a lot closer to you guys.
Yes.
As opposed to over in Lower Base, and flood free. So it's going to have an added bonus. And it'll be included on the Blue Line for the Transit CNMI, which is one of my other questions for you about transportation. Is that one of the things that you look at with the folks who have disabilities, transportation to and from, their access to transportation?
So when we were writing this grant, we have a lot of letters of support. And so every now and then, when the schedule permits, we actually go out and meet with our supporters, our stakeholders. And so I have yet to meet with the administrator for CODA, and we are actually going to figure some stuff out. How can you help me help you? But we are prepared for that because if they can't get there, they can't avail of the program. So we've included that part in there, and it really is going to be costly, but this is why the grant is here. And the beautiful thing about this grant is we're all going to help each other. Like, you got this, this pot, you got this pot. We're just going to have to come together and be able to work alongside each other and say, do you got a little bit of this, a little bit of that? Can you help me provide this? Whichever is allowable, it's going to happen. And so that's what we're doing. We got to provide transportation.
That's what's great about the Transit CNMI. If you're a student or if you're someone with disabilities, you only pay half of what it is to get anywhere too. And maybe that's part of one of those modules. I'm looking at all of them. all about me. Maybe the part of that's it, and being able to get there, the adaptability, problem solving, resilience, self-support. Being able to get on the bus and get to where you need to go, avail the services that are available. Maybe that's a piece of that. I am not definitely trying to write a curriculum, but that could be one of those little modules too, as far as getting there.
Yep, and that's why all about me, right? We don't know all about us just yet. We're out of the calendar already, but we can't grasp it yet. So it's changing every day. We learn about ourselves every day, and so what we want to do is for them to be able to learn about who they are, what's their potential. They've got to grasp it, and if we don't, direct them to how they can grasp that potential, then we're not doing our job. We got to let them see you can do it. You must do it. If you want a life that that is fulfilling, you got to get it, because we can lead you there, guide you there, but you're the only one that can get yourself through that door. And so that's what we're trying to do. And the hope is that once they complete the program, then we'll be able to get some help and place them in a competitive integrated employment position. And so we've got help from WIOA, OVR. So we're still working on it, but we're pushing through. Yeah.
What's one of the biggest misconceptions that folks have about the disabled community?
It's the fact that they feel that they can't. It's something that needs to change. They shouldn't be judgmental on things. People got potential. You'll never know what they can do until you sit and talk with them. You'll never know what they enjoy. You don't know if you both enjoy the same things, and so it's really about advocating and really just taking the time out to learn about them. They're no different than us. We all look the same. We just, maybe they're smarter than you. You don't know. I've met with people with disabilities. I work with them all the time, work with them, for them, and I'm amazed every day. Like, whoa, okay, I was wrong. So I get to correct myself too. But the part of the thing is we just really need to be open-minded, open our hearts, and learn. Because a lot of it's, no, I know already. No, you gotta break away from that, that mold. That no, they can't do nothing, because they can.
How much of that do you have to fight with, or not fight, but how much work do you have to do with even the family members to tell them that their family member is capable of so much more?
So thank you for asking that, because a part of this project, this program, that curriculum, will also provide trainings for parents, caregivers, the community, our businesses, our employers. We are also so we're looking at this as a holistic way of providing this training so that we don't leave anybody behind. Because what we want to do too is to create this family dynamic at home, where our trainee comes home and comes home to, like, go take the trash out, go do your chores, go do this, instead of, hi, how was your day today? What are some of the challenges you've gone through, or did you find anything hard, And once that conversation is done, okay, can you please go now and finish your, finish your chores, or help me do this, help me do that. I mean, we've all gone through something like that. But if we create this supportive family environment, I'm sure that I'm gonna go to class again tomorrow. I'm not gonna miss it, because we want to create this positivity. Same way with our employers and our businesses, right? We're gonna provide support for them also, because we're not just gonna say, okay, take our trainee and train them or give them a job. No, we're going to have to be able to really assist in helping them with hiring processes, how to create these accommodations, how to provide access, and make them feel a part of the team, and not just, here, we're going to have to really work with trying to create that positive working environment. And it takes a lot, and it takes all of us to do that. Not just us, not just this grant, it takes a whole community to be able to engage in this. And that's what we're trying to do, is really just, if we're going to train our trainees and have our participants learn all of this, then we've got to go at the same pace as everybody else. And that's the holistic point of view of this.
Just being around you, I could feel like just the passion you have for this. I'm sure when you tie that much of your emotions to it, you've got to have some high moments and some low moments throughout the whole thing. But maybe can you share with us maybe one of your happiest moments, one of your biggest things that you're most proud of from one of the folks you've been working with?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about my good friend Felipe Aquino Jr. over in Tinian. And I hear this a lot with our partners, right? Because it's like, oh man, Felipe's gone a long way, and I'm like, okay, I need to see that for myself. And so he is now our CAC chairperson, and in the USED we have an advisory panel, and so he is the chairman for that. And so when I first met him, it's like you have to talk to him. But now he's really just openly communicating. He's just like, Eileen, do you need anything from me? Okay, wow, or Eileen, I see that I have a schedule on my calendar. Can you confirm this? I'm like, okay, yay. But the best moments of it was when I asked him, I said, Felipe, can you do the welcoming remarks for the USET Summit? And this happens every year in June, where we come together, provide appreciation for our stakeholders, our community, recognize those efforts, our advocates that are out there, and provide just a little incentive, And I asked him, I said, can you do the welcoming remarks? He goes, oh, sure, I'm ready. And I'm like,
wow.
Okay. And he's like, well, can you help me write my speech? When you see this man talk, you're going to say, is he the one that has a disability? You won't know. Trust me. You see him, and he's real top. He works for the mayor's office on Tinian. So shout out to you, Felipe. If you're here, he may be here. But, man, he's come a long way. And, we've also trained other self-advocate leaders with the help of our director, Susan Satura, CLI. And so she's a team player. When we need help, all those photos and all that, those are just all through our collaboration. Say, hey, I need to take photos. Can we come up and do this? And that's one of the greatest things about our partnership here, is that we're all here for each other, and we're flexible. And when I say flexible, they're like, Eileen, today? And I said, yeah, today. And then, just put up that smile. Yeah, today. And I'm like, oh man, sorry. It's gotta be done. And that is the passion that we all have. And that's all of our partners, all of our disability agencies. We all got that. But yeah, Felipe, man, teardrop here and there, because he's come a long way. And you see, we're gonna do this often, and you're gonna see like, wow, they can do whatever that we can do. And so be prepared to be knocked off your chair.
Hey, I'm in. You have that golden ticket to come in whenever you want. And if you can bring some folks with you,
sure.
They are absolutely. I would love to see them here. So of course you and anyone from your team.
Of course.
Please come by and let us know what's happening, so we can be there and celebrate some of these successes with you, and let the people know in our community what a winner that we have with you and the whole team, this program.
Like I said, Brad, it takes a whole community. I can light fires, but then everybody got to chip in and put some wood in there and keep that fire burning, right? Yeah, we need the CNMI. We need each and everyone here, and of course all over the world. We've got a lot of our citizens, stateside, mainland, and so let's work together and make this happen.
Sounds great. Hey, we've got those guys are starting to come in, these veteran guys who are going to be coming in afterwards. Do you have any? Oh, hold on. Yeah, I will. Thank you. I just got a message. When people send us messages, if I can't see it I can't see it in the message thing. But anyway, someone's talking about food drive stuff. We'll talk about that. Thank you for that. Any shout outs or anything to anybody before we get out? Get those guys in here?
Shout out to the CNMI, buddy. We can't single out people, so Hafaday, Todumalik, how are you? Thank you for being here, and thank you, Brad, for having me this morning.
Thank you too. Come by anytime.
Yep, you got it.
We would love to see you again. It's you. We were going to try to do this on a different day, on a different time, and all this other stuff, but I'm telling you, you're exactly what I needed. I needed this message this morning from you at this perfect time right now. So thank you so much. This is wonderful to hear about it.
Thank you, Ben.
So, real quick, people want to get, maybe they have a friend, a family, a loved one who is would be interested in this program. Where's the best place to go?
So you can either call NMC at 670-234-5498 and get connected to the USED, or call 670-237-6801. Sorry, I don't call myself. So yes, 237-6801. Or you can go ahead and email me at eileen.bobauta@marianas.edu. I know that we have our contact also on our website. Or you can come up to NMC, visit us, see our big new building, the PROA Union. You can come over to NMC, and we have a very friendly PROA tribe up there. You ask them where USED's at, ask them where Eileen's at, and they'll point you down to Building P or Building M. So we have two offices. So, if you ask for Eileen or any of my staff, Joy, Shar, Tiana, they'll go ahead and point you in the right direction. But our website also allows you to send messages to us. I know that when you open the application, if you're having difficulty with that application, I know there should be a contact there. But please go ahead and email me, give me a call, and we'll get these services to you, help you as much as we can to get you to where you need to be.
Awesome. And somebody gave a shout out to the class of 1990 over here.
Yeah. Hey, don't expose that. People are going to know how old I am. Oh, my goodness. But hey, hi. Carpe diem. Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eileen, for being here and bringing a ray of sunshine into this office while you're here. All right, folks, we do have more coming your way, and what we'll do first, we'll get you the latest news break that's out here, and then we've got the guys from Project Buddy Check 670 waiting on deck right now. I already saw one of them poke their head in here. The rest of them will be in here in just a minute. So here's the latest update from the Associated Press, folks. We'll be right back.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. The government shutdown's creating headaches for travelers. Air traffic controllers have been working unpaid, and the FAA says it will reduce air traffic at major airports by 10% in the interest of safety. Ed Donahue has the latest.
The AP obtained the government list of 40 targeted airports for shutdown-related flight cuts. Airports in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago are among those on the list. The cuts are scheduled to start tomorrow. Meantime, the shutdown goes on.
And if you're keeping count, this is day 37. 37. It seems unbelievable to us that we've gone this long. It is officially and shamefully the longest shutdown in U.S. history.
That is House Speaker Mike Johnson. President Trump is putting pressure on Senate Republicans to end the shutdown. In the House, this is Washington Democrat Pramila Jayapal.
It's 37 days that Trump has been inflicting, quote, maximum pain on the American people. That's what he said he wanted to do.
President Trump is refusing to meet with Democrats, insisting they must open the government first. Democrats want a deal on extending health care subsidies. Senate Democrats face pressures of their own. I'm Ed Donahue.
A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP food aid benefits in November. The administration had said it could only pay half. President Trump's announced a deal with drug makers to reduce prices for their obesity treatments Zepbound and Wegovy.
In addition, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk have agreed to provide all of their other medications to Medicaid at most favored nations prices. Most favored nations, meaning that you will pay the lowest price anywhere in the world. That's what you're going to pay.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi made an announcement.
I will not be seeking re-election to Congress. With a grateful heart, I look forward to my final year of service as your proud representative.
In a down day for stocks, the Dow lost about 400 points, the S&P dropped more than 1%, the Nasdaq close to 2%. This is AP News. Police say 24-year-old Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealand was found dead of an apparent suicide after fleeing officers. Gethin Coolbaugh has details.
Frisco police say Nealon didn't stop for Texas Department of Public Safety troopers in a chase that was joined by Frisco police. Authorities briefly lost sight of the vehicle. During the search after Nealon fled, officers received word that Nealon had shown suicidal indications. He was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound Thursday morning. A second-round draft pick in 2024, Nealon had his first career sack in this year's season opener against Philadelphia. Nealon spoke to reporters before the season after the trade of star teammate Micah Parsons.
All of us gets that, opportunity to go out there and prove we're great too.
In Monday's game against Arizona, he recovered a blocked punt for his first career touchdown. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Hey, bro, can I grab?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Busch, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Busch gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Busch, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Busch. Grab your Busch today.
See something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light to you. Buy a pack here at home, win big prizes too. Gather your friends, the season is here. It's the 12 packs of Christmas from Bud Light.
The 12 weeks of cheers are on. Purchase any 12-pack of Bud Light, Budweiser, or Michelob Ultra cans now through December 19th for your chance to win a trip for two to watch your favorite NFL team live, plus weekly prizes. Details at currentcnmi.com.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, goes the kind of wish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.
Amy's Kitchen, so delicious. I need a burger and a soda with it.
Oh, I just muted myself again. Good morning, everybody. Hey, it is nice. It's beautiful. It's Friday. We got it nice and easy, and it is 8:44. And my gosh, it's Friday. Can you believe it's Friday? You know what that means? It means today is the big Wiener Fest going on over at, oh my gosh, I know it's ridiculous. The big Wiener Fest over at Last Shop Art tonight. Travis Jones and myself, it's our birthdays. Today is Travis's birthday, so happy birthday to you, big guy. We're going to have that joint party over there tonight. I know it starts at 6, and you don't have to local style like it's 6 o'clock, but we're going to start at 8. No, we're going to get going like right at 6. And then a little bit later, we'll have Marvin's going to be playing tonight too. There'll be all kinds of drink and shot specials. There'll be a hot dog bar, nachos, you name it. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if Marvin's going to be in there, we're going to have a lot of fun. Fabian's in there. He's like, tell my 670 buddy check guys. I said, huh, and go for broke. Awesome. Well, we do have one of the guys who's here with us, and but maybe he's the best guy. That's what I'm thinking. We've got him in studio. He doesn't like that. I'm looking at that face. He's like, I'm not the best guy. Oh, don't tell yourself short, buddy. You are. Dennis Matsumoto in the house with us today. Good morning, Dennis. How's it going?
Morning, Brad. Morning, CNMI.
Well, it's great to see you, man. I just saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
But anytime. So Dennis is a vet. He's a part of the VFW, and he's also part of Project Buddy Check 670. And man, you got so much going on. But maybe can you let's tell everybody about you a little bit, like that you're from here, what you did in the service.
My name's Dennis Matsumoto. I'm retired Sergeant First Class with 20 years of service in the Army. I was Army Aviation, so a little bit of a difference, on what everyone's experienced. There's only a couple of us from the islands that try the aviation side. So I'm here on Saipan. I retired. Got a bunch of deployments. I'm at 49 months of combat, and I really came home to heal, and recoup my mind, put it back together, and do what's right, and be here for our parents and the elders. And along the way, I kind of got caught up with the other veterans here and started realizing that, man, information and the resources available to the veterans are not well known in our islands. And with a larger group like Project Buddy Check, we're able to, bring that to light to a lot of the veterans.
Well, you do, and well, first of all, and you're just a good dude. All that stuff, getting in and doing 20 years in the service is a heck of a thing. I don't think, a lot of people can appreciate what that is to stay in. You got to deal with a lot of BS along the way.
Oh, yeah.
While you're in. Just think about it. You were in for 20 years. Like, how old were you when you enlisted?
I was 22, turning 23. So I retired while I was turning 43.
Can you just, I know you probably didn't think of it then, but just for our viewers too, but like how much the world changed in 20 years, and then how much you changed from being just a 22-year-old, I would say kid, right, at 22. You're an adult and everything, but like at 22, and then you're getting out, you're like a full-grown man watching these kids join and start from scratch.
Oh, yeah, it's just... when you're stuck on this island and there's nothing else that you've seen and you have nowhere else to turn, and you start noticing that you're going the wrong way with bad people and drugs and violence, turn to the military. Get off this island, change your life. You won't regret it. Pick a safe job if you're scared, but serve, and you won't regret it. The benefits you come out with in the end, and the experiences and the friends along the way, is worth it. I wouldn't change anything else besides trying to be an officer more. I think that pays off more in benefits when you look at it. But just, having that service and then the building that camaraderie and understanding other cultures, that's one of the biggest things I learned about being in the military. Understanding other people, and seeing how life is different from our perspective and their perspective. When the first time you stepped in the sandbox, admit it. It was like you went back in time and you're looking at an old book or like a Bible story, but just because of how people live out there. They don't even have clean running water. I was very caught, seeing people pull out mud from a well in the desert and we're drinking it. So it just tells you we're very, very, very blessed to have what we have nowadays and live the way we do. Other people in the world don't have that, and then they're just so set back in time because of war and complications with religion.
Well, I think you're nailing it. That is one thing that you get when you leave here for a while, just to see what the rest of the world is like. My wife does not like it when I say, when you go out to the real world, because it is like a fantasy land that we've got here. We live in this beautiful place where people care about each other, and the food is great. You can always get together somehow. We have water, we have power, even if it's, people still poke fun at like CUC sometimes. Like, it's a hell of a lot better than what a lot of people have anywhere else in the world. And it's a perspective change to get out and be able to see it. It is something that you need to really appreciate where we're at here if you don't already do it.
Right. One thing I do admire about our island is we really do have that highest per capita. When you see how many kids graduate high school and turn to the military, I'm glad to see them do it. And I was told we don't even need a recruiter here because everyone, or those people who are interested, actually go and find that recruiter themselves, because that's what they want. They come out of high school wanting to join the Air Force. Recently, I heard a lot of kids joining the Air Force from here, and that's really good. The Air Force is really tough to get into, right? It really gets competitive. They do a whole bunch of other testings that the other branch services don't do. I really encourage it. I have a son who's a freshman, and we've kind of implanted that he is going to join West Point.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's trying to do it all.
Tony?
Logan, actually.
Logan.
He's at Marianas High School. He chose to go there just because there's a JROTC program.
Nice.
Imagine, he's choosing this, and us that have been in the military knows it sucks, right? It's just physically hard on your body, and there's just a lot of attention to detail items that you have to pay attention when you're in that type of a program.
Yeah, well, it's a lot harder when you're enlisted versus being in the service. You were in the aviation part.
Yes.
So maybe it's easier if we have the interview like this. So Dennis, tell me about what it was like when you were over there in helicopters.
Oh, do I have to do that?
No, not at all.
Man, it was purely luck, really. I was what they called back in the day a holdover due to security clearance because of where I'm from Saipan. So they couldn't find anything on me. So when we were doing the security background check, it held me back. I had graduated basic and went on to AIT to learn how to work on Blackhawks. And after 3 months of school, I was retained in that area on that base, just doing like base details and, cleaning up and just hating life because you're stuck there, not experiencing the real Army yet. And I remember it was like I joined in February and I was stuck in training all the way until November 1999. It started February and then, yeah, that was a long time.
Wait, where did you go to basic?
Fort Eustis, Virginia. So
and AIT, was it OSET or?
No, I went to Relaxin' Jackson. So
Fort Jackson.
Which is weird because my father-in-law was a drill sergeant there, so I was just like, oh my God, like fate just kind of mended a lot of things for me. A lot of familiars is the weird thing for me. I would meet people randomly, and from here, and I'm not part of that infantry group where everyone in combat arms kind of hangs out together because we all have different commands and different deployment times, so we'd see each other, especially in Hawaii, and then I wouldn't see them for like a whole year, come back and everyone's different, and they'll be like, who's that? I don't even know who I am unless I have a cousin with them who can introduce me. But it's just, after that training of AIT, I started to see that, oh man, I got an awesome job. I don't have to ruck it everywhere. I'm flying everywhere. I didn't just fly, mostly work maintenance on the Blackhawks, tearing them all the way down. We call them phases, and then rebuilding them, phase inspections, make sure they're airworthy and they won't get anyone killed while on mission. So I would say it was getting that MOS was luck because I wasn't even supposed to be that. Again, there was other things in motion where I was late to ship out because of an HIV result. So the MOS changed based on slots. I went from being a candidate for sheet metal on aircraft, like body job, and turned out to become a mechanic instead because of a ship date misalignment.
No kidding.
Yeah. And when I got to Virginia, I saw that. I was like, wow, I feel so privileged, so lucky to be able to get in that aircraft as a crew member and qualify because of that MOS categorization, where I'm the mechanic and not the sheet metal guy.
That's way cooler, right? And you got a real trade, a real skill you could use in the real world.
Yeah, it's changing real quick. The Blackhawk has its first AI model coming out.
Wow.
Yeah, where there's no pilots at all. So mechanics will be needed to put it together and repair it, but they've gone away with pilots on the next generation.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The ability that you've had to learn that kind of stuff. Have you ever thought about, like, after you do 20 years doing that kind of stuff, you have a real marketable skill, like if you want to get into that in the civilian world. Have you ever thought about that?
I tell my wife every time I stumble upon, like Facebook ads from people that I know that are still in the aviation world, and they're all at Fort Rucker, Alabama, starting around $36 an hour. It's pretty good. So, I was like, okay, one day I'll probably just leave and I'll be living in Alabama if anyone's looking for me.
Wow. Well, if we end up getting the NMI News Service traffic copter, we will know exactly where we'll go to help get some of our maintenance done.
Yeah, and another thing was the types of missions. Not only was I a mechanic and got to fly, but I was a medevac crew chief. So remember the old show MASH back in the day? Yeah. Exactly like that. It was under the same type of mission. And this was out in Hawaii, so I got to support the island of Oahu and the outer islands, and then going out to PTA and spending a whole week there just doing medevac watch on the volcano, just looking at all the satellites, telescopes that they had out there. It's just pretty nice. A totally different world, right, when you see that. After medevac, I got to experience air assault. So
Oh, wow.
I was infill, exfil, the aircraft that did that for all of our combat arms guys. We assisted with FRIES training and SPIES training. So this is where, you know, our guys are doing air assaults out of the aircraft and hanging off of ropes,
Wow.
you know, into missions. A lot of crazy stuff, you know, especially on the medevac side. That's, I think, the most traumatizing for me in my experience. Things that you can't erase from your memory, just what you see. The horror, you know, that unfolds with violence and war. It's just, you can't get that smell out of your nose sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like a time machine. And I know when I smell that mix of carbon and brake free, you know, I'm somewhere else, you know, and it's something. But you know, the stuff that you're talking about is you know, stuff that folks have to deal with all the time, and it's not it's uniquely to each individual, right? There's no one thing that works for everybody and all that other stuff. And I think that's one of the things I love about this group, this Project Buddy Check. It's because we all work together for this kind of stuff.
Oh, yes.
To help folks who are going through whatever it is, whenever it is.
Oh, I totally agree, Brad. Just being able to, you know, be part of a group, and this is really honestly, anyone who's interested in joining Project Buddy Check shouldn't hesitate. Come approach us, give us your number, and you'll be included with everything. And almost every week, there's a piece of information that one of us veterans shares to the other veterans that greatly impacts the way we receive our benefits or coordinate our benefits. And you know, Project Buddy Check, you've seen what we've done in 2 years. I actually joined only this year, and it was once I realized what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a group that's gonna take from you. It's a group that's gonna give to you the whole time, just because of the friendship you make, and you know, the guys, the connections. It's amazing. The network in Project Buddy Check. These are all our brothers out here who work in pretty much every government office or private business on this island. We're all over, and you know, helping each other talk through the tough times. That's like the most. Oh, you know, suicide is real, and we all kind of go to a dark place. But when you have that group that's able to egg you on, you know, to look towards the light and use the resources available, that's amazing, right? We have all these other outreach groups, but now they're all piggybacking on us because we've, you know, we come with that. It's not just talk, it's not just stuff on a whiteboard, it's the actual truth and different experiences that kind of help each other get through those tough times.
I think about it in terms of like, we're all on a company run together, and when you got one of your guys who's about to fall out, you know, it's getting that, so hey, come on, let's go, Rosala.
Yes, exactly, right? You got to finish as a team and, you know, help each other out. There is no I, right, in team. It's like everyone. So that's the beautiful thing about Project Buddy Check. And in the short amount of time since Project Buddy Check has stood up, and the history on it, it's a golf group. A bunch of veterans that are playing golf and decided to do something. And I'm glad they did it, because we've only had, 2 very successful fundraisers, and it's enabled us to provide this event on Veterans Day for all veterans. Last night's meeting it brought me back, where I was like, the only thing I can think of in my experience for Veterans Day when I was active duty was Golden Corral. Because we all went to the Golden Corral buffet in uniform, you know, while we were at work. We took our lunch break all together and went and got some lunch together free from the Golden Corral.
No kidding.
So I say in uniform because at the time when I experienced it, I was not off. I had duty, and a bunch of us were instructors. So Army schools don't stop for holidays. They just keep going through unless it's actually planned. And especially when you're on a 24/7 operation where there's night shift and day shift. So just having that free meal from the Golden Corral at that time, it really, like, when I got here, I was like, oh, where's the free buffet for the veterans? And they didn't have it. You know, it's an island. And I understand that. So Project Buddy Check putting this together for all veterans and families, survivors, friends that have helped us. It's what we work for, and we'll move on from there. We're asking for a building to do operations out of, and we'll pay for the utilities, and continue to help out veterans. And then as soon as we get approved for more grants, it's sky's the limit for the veterans here. Our economy's in the hurt right now. We all see it. My mom works in the hotel industry, and she, just sticks with it because she wants it to survive. And I figure if veterans come home and they're receiving benefits from the VA and their DFAS, because of military benefits, they're spending that money here on the island. That's outside money. That's not even really accounted for, because most of the people that come out here will have a pension from the military if they retire and spend it all here. They buy their groceries here, pay utilities here, so they're contributing to the island. And it's an indirect support of our economy, if you ask me, but it's outside money, and in its large numbers can definitely impact the economy. That's my take on that, though.
No, it's great. I love the idea of getting a headquarters for Project Buddy Check, because it is an all year round thing, and people can avail of it all the time. And right now, like you said, it's not something, an organization that takes from you, it's one that gives to you. And it's one of the things that I love the most about it is how many people are involved and how much energy is there around it, and how the guys get together because they genuinely care about each other. I met most of the Buddy Check guys last year, this time, leading up to this event that we're about to talk about. I didn't know him, except for Tone Demopon, right?
Yes.
And do you remember the story how I met him?
No.
If he was here, I'd retell it and we would get a laugh out of it, but it was during the COVID stuff. And he was standing in front of me at the post office. And we were both wrapped up in our own worlds about what's going on with the pandemic and all this other stuff, a little tense, I would say. And I don't remember exactly what the conversation was, but it was about how they had the different procedures going on at the post office. Now you got to do this, or now you got to have the distance, and now you got to have the mask, or now you got to give your card to somebody else to do all that stuff. Somewhere along the line, there was a little friction between us, and it got pretty heated pretty fast. And then, then we kind of then that was going to be the end of it. We weren't going to do anything else. And after we, got our cards, I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry, this stuff's going through. I got all this stuff going through my head. He's like, man, no, I'm sorry. I just got back and all this other stuff. And we just ended up becoming fast friends right there. And everything was great. I didn't see him again until he came in here. And now I don't want to fight with him, but I would fight for that guy because I love that guy. He's
Tone is a machine. Actually, that guy's the most motivated out of all of us. And he brings us out of our slumps, get up, let's go do this, It's like, wow, you're really wired, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's wired for this.
But and he's really well organized, yes. And it's not just him, right? I mean, you got a bunch of teams and people coming from different perspectives about what they want to do and why they're doing it. And Jess last night reminding us why we're doing these things. It's not just an event. We need these folks who are involved, and they're an integral part of why we're doing this whole thing and supporting the veterans and everything like that, that they're not an afterthought. It was just great to see all that stuff keep us all focused on what the most important thing is, because it's easy to get lost in the fact that everybody just cares about taking care of each other, right?
Right, yeah. We got to share the love, and that's, I think, one of the top things that Project Buddy Check does. It really does that for all the veterans and, others. I was thinking, what if this was stateside, this type of group? Would it be, consumed by the bigger groups like the VFW,
American Legion.
Yeah, American Legion, DAV. No doubt we'd probably be all parts of those groups like you and I are of VFW, but it can never be what Project Buddy Check is. That's one thing we realized in this year, right? It's different from those groups. Yeah, we're not as well organized where they have government offices supporting them in grants right away, but we're starting. And what we see is potential to grow, and it's definitely impacting our community right now. I think what's more special about this upcoming Veterans Day is the fact that Project Buddy Check's finally gonna have its fruits shown, right? Throughout the 2 years since it's actually stood up. We're gonna see larger numbers, more participation, and more curious people. Like, oh, you can go and join that group? Yeah, if you were a veteran, come on over.
And it's open to a wider group of people to apply. All you have to have done is served. You don't have to be a combat vet to be in there or have a deployment in a certain time in a certain place. You're able to be in there no matter what.
Right. Project Buddy Check is for all veterans, no matter if you were there for a month or not. If you have combat or not, it doesn't matter, and that's why it's better with Project Buddy Check. I mean, well, with the current time and the direction it's going, it's open to everyone. So unlike some of the other groups, there's qualifications where, okay, I'm not even going to bother. And that's what I hated about some of our groups like that. They really pick and choose, and it's like, man, it's supposed to be for all veterans. And not bad talking the other groups. It's just we need something for everyone. And Project Buddy Check is that for all veterans.
You're right. I love it. I like it. Plus, there's something else that is more endearing to it because, like you said, it's something that started here. It started with like this group of guys, this age group. Like it's not something that is being passed along and you're following other rules. Yeah, we are going to figure stuff out along the way, but this is something that is very organic and from here, and it could go anywhere, but it's definitely from here, and it's more welcoming to anybody who served. That's the best part.
Yeah, and you heard it last night. We're really trying to reach out to our guys in Rhoda and Tinian.
Yes.
We want them to be part of what we're doing, and not just like, hey, hi, on the chat. Like, we need to do a meetup with these guys, if we can swing it one day and just hang out with them and see what they need, because they're the ones out there with less resources. I know Tinian's got a lot of SF guys that retire out there, and they love the quiet, right? Just keep to themselves. So if we can get them to coexist with us, with the distance we're at, airlines aren't cheap. Just to Tinian is pretty pricey already. So we'll send a care package or whatever support they need. Or if we finally get, mental health from the VA to come out, we'll make sure Tinian and Rhoda get that too. I think those are the two most important ones right off the bat. Go and do an assessment, the simple questionnaire that you get at our VA office over here, Dr. Adas. Those can really help, and we're here to help each other. That's the main point.
Well, with those SF guys, we can just get them a Zodiac. They can come over here at night, real quiet, under the radar. No one's going to notice that they landed over at COP. Hey, so the big event that we got coming up is on Veterans Day, and that's going to be at the CNMI through the Veterans Affairs Office and the Governor's Office is going to be holding the Veterans Day ceremony at American Memorial Park by the Flag Circle. And that's going to happen at 11 o'clock, where they'll have speakers, presentations, and all that stuff. The Pacific Winds will be there. All kinds of folks are going to be there. But after that is the fruits that you were talking about, Project Buddy Check.
Yes. So it's a catered party, at Micro Beach baseball field. There's going to be resources from the local government, pretty much kind of like information outreach. So you'll see that there, and then we'll have catered food. It's kind of pack and go style, so we don't have to worry about it. And that's all from Julie's Catering, Jessica Kostru. Thank you very much, Jessica. She does great catering jobs, so I love her food. We're going to have a beer booth. We're going to separate the 21 and older events, so people can drink if they want. There will be a designated area for that because we'll have a lot of kids and minors in the area and, try and control that.
Wow. Yeah, of course. There's always going to be something. But there's so much going on, but the resources available there, I think that's a really big piece of this.
Oh, yes. I know Delegate Kim Hines' office will be there, and they have organized a bunch of the local, I don't remember the total list, but there's a couple of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a whole bunch of papers. I don't know if I have the whole list. The activities and stuff like that, we got activities and games that'll be happening for sure. But let me find out. I've got all this stuff. No, I don't have the list of everyone who's going to be there. But I got a lot of other stuff on these papers because Tone was killing it with all this stuff. But so that's one of the strengths of this too, because so many people are involved that we're able to get the committees to handle all this stuff. So each individual person doesn't have to have all of that stuff done. But there will be folks speaking, people who have been supporting the organization since it started too. Kalili's going to be there. Congresswoman Hines is going to be there. Jerry Tan is going to be there. He's one of the folks who helped get this stuff supported right away.
Jerry Tan and Catherine
and Merle Tolentino, who's with the executive director for the Tan Su Lin Charitable Foundation. But Kat Toves, right? I mean, is there anything she doesn't do? Like,
I don't know. Like, I've been back 6 years, and I can tell you, when I got here and realized the impact that Tan Holdings and its, its organization, what it's done for the island, I was like, wow, this is the one to support. Those guys really set up a lot for our youth, our communities, and Project Buddy Check. It's amazing, right? Like, they really are, the type of company, the organization that gives back to the island. And it's nice to see that, especially when they really impact the youth. That is just, it goes a long way.
Well, we're so lucky because so many of these government organizations usually are able to give support for all these different things. And right now, like you said, our economy right now is in a tough spot, right? So that we're able to get any level of support from the private sector is really great. And it's not just like financial support, but you have the passion of someone like Catherine, who's willing to help and mentor and help help guide this fledgling organization, which that's how Project Buddy Check got into my studio last year. Because she reached out to me, hey Brad, I know these guys, they're getting this stuff started. Could you get them on the show? I'm like, yeah, can't wait to meet them. It was really outstanding. Holy cow!
Oh, finally!
Yeah, they're making their way over here.
I'm sweating, guys.
Holy cow! They got their fitness in. They just got in from running over. Hold on, let me welcome these guys. Look at these guys. We humped it over. Good to see it. And we were watching you guys too. We're still on, by the way.
Oh man, thank you, brother.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna just pop in for a second. And here's what we're going to do. A bunch of the guys, they just got done doing the Olympics. It's called roll out of KKMP, do the 50-meter sprint, then go up the stairs with a full combat load, and then coordinate indirect artillery. So we're going to let them catch their breaths, and we're going to let Dennis catch his breath after doing all that talking. And then when we come back, we're going to have the other members of the Musketeers who just joined us. We'll get them some coffee, get them some water, and we'll make sure that we give them only fat-free donuts that we got from our friends over at Winchell's this morning. So let's do this. I am refreshing the screen. I should have the new update from the Associated Press, and we'll let you listen to that. When we come back, we'll have the other guys from Project Buddy Check too.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. The FAA says it will phase in a 10% reduction in air traffic starting tomorrow, and flight cancellations are accelerating. Marcela Sanchez reports 40 airports will be affected.
The list obtained by the Associated Press was distributed to airlines today. The cuts will impact some of the busiest airports in the country, including Atlanta, Denver, Dallas, Orlando, Miami, and San Francisco. In major cities like New York, Houston, and Chicago, multiple airports will be affected. The Federal Aviation Administration had announced it was reducing air traffic by 10% across these high-volume markets to maintain travel safety. The move is meant to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers who are working without pay and have been increasingly calling off work during the ongoing shutdown. Airlines say they'll try to minimize the impact on travelers. Passengers should start to be notified about cancellations today. Marcela Sanchez, Washington.
A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to find the money to fully fund SNAP food aid benefits for November. Cities and nonprofits have been complaining the administration is only offering to cover 65% of the maximum benefit. And a federal judge in Chicago has issued an extensive injunction restricting federal agencies of force. The judge says a top border official leading an immigration crackdown has repeatedly lied about threats posed by protesters and news media. President Trump is warning the Supreme Court will leave the country defenseless if it strikes down the sweeping global tariffs he's imposed.
Tariffs are so important. The decision in the Supreme Court would be devastating to our country if we got a negative, devastating if we got a negative decision.
And a Virginia jury's awarded $10 million to a former teacher in a lawsuit that accused a school administrator of ignoring warnings that a 6-year-old student had a gun before the student shot at teacher. This is AP News. Seth Sutel now with the AP Markets Report.
Stocks pulled back on Wall Street thanks to more losses for big tech companies. The S&P 500 fell 1.1% Thursday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 398 points. It's about 0.8%. The Nasdaq Composite pulled back 1.9%. DoorDash sank more than 17%. The company said it plans to spend a lot more on product development next year. CarMax lost almost a quarter of its value. The big used car dealer forecast earnings that were far below what analysts were expecting. It also said its CEO is leaving. Treasury yields fell in the bond market. Seth Sutel, New York.
And the world's richest man could become history's first trillionaire. Elon Musk has won a Tesla shareholder vote that would give the CEO stock worth $1 trillion if he hits certain performance targets over the next decade. The electric car company has struggled with plunging sales this year. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Busch, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Busch gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Busch, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Busch. Grab your Busch today.
5:23 on a Friday. What are you still doing on the air, Brad? Hey, man, we got stuff to talk about. We got things to do, people to see, things to talk about, and we got a big event that's coming up on Veterans Day, in addition to the stuff that's set up we have every year over at the governor's office and VA's organization at the American Memorial Park. This year, we've got something else. It's the follow-up to last year's event for Project Buddy Check 670. It's a family fun day. Again, year 2, and we're going to see just how much we all growed up in the past year, and it's all because of the efforts of some people who are really passionate and dedicated to the veteran community out here, because they're veterans too. And boy, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you guys in here. Did you move again? You did. I got to pull you back in there. There you go. There's Randy. Randy, by the way, a Marine vet. He's one of our Purple Heart folks out here as well. But I want to say welcome to all you guys to the studio. It's the first time I had this particular group all together, right?
Yep. Thank you for having us, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you for having us.
Man, great having you guys. I know I just saw you guys last night too, over at the meeting. It's so funny. We were talking about like people being at a loss for words, or people talking and who's going to talk the most, or how long are people going to talk and all that stuff. I do this every day, so I get to do all this stuff. But today I get to hear from you guys a little bit. Dennis was sharing with us about like his time in the service and everything like that. But I know that this one is going to be a lot about the big event that we have coming up. But first, could you guys just introduce yourselves to everybody and tell us what branch you were in and how long you served?
Anthony Damapon. I was in the Army for 10 years, and I'm actually been deployed with my unit was in a famous 100 Battalion 442nd Infantry. Go for broke.
My name is Randy Johnson, United States Marine Corps. I was with the 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, attached to 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines. I also want to give a shout out that Marine Corps birthday is on November 10, so we look forward to having a good time as well.
Hoorah! Yeah, I heard it there. I just heard it. That is Marine Corps.
My name is Eric Bofness, U.S. Army. I was active Army for 6 years, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, 82nd Airborne. Got out of the active Army, came over Saipan, joined the Army Reserve, 100 Battalion, 442nd. A wonderful group, wonderful camaraderie, wonderful brothers. And now here we are.
It's great.
You
can go again just because you're back.
Hi, Dennis Matsumoto, Army, 20 years, retired.
Wow. So anyway, great to have you guys in here. You can see everybody comes from a little different background, but what really unites is that we just all served, and this big event that's happening on Veterans Day is about celebrating the people who serve. Yes. And Tone, you've been working with a lot of people, really kind of organizing the whole thing, not just you, but with a whole bunch of folks. I mean, you're the event chairman, right? So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what's happening next week on the 11th.
Well, we are hosting our 2nd annual Family Fun Day. It's a day where we encourage all veterans to come out and bring their families, check in with us, and enjoy some events, some games for the kids, some food, and then there'll also be another separate gathering for other vets bring your own beer garden and barbecue. There will be ribs and some pork bellies. According to my brother Harley, it's going to be Palawan style marinade. So you got, and it's the day that will bring to honor our veterans and their families. It's also a good opportunity for veterans to meet up with the local veteran resources that are out here in the community. Delegate Hines, Congresswoman Hines, is hosting a Veterans Heroes resource event.
Yeah.
Okay. And there will be a whole bunch of local services for veterans. You'll be there.
And so it's a good day to come out, guys. I know it's a full day. It's going to start with like a 5K.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a Veterans 5K going on in the morning. I believe that's run by Mr. Ed De La Cruz. He's going to be doing that. And if you don't want to do that, you can come cruise with us. We'll be there at American Memorial Park. We got some, we'll be there setting up. You can hang out with us there if you don't want to go run. And then the ceremony hosted by the CNMI Veterans Office, right, at the Honor Court, will be at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so right after that ceremony, all veterans, families, shoot over there to the softball field and come grab a plate and enjoy yourselves and meet all the veterans of the island, all the warriors of the island, and let's all get together and help each other and build our community, make it better.
Yeah, it was a year ago when I had you guys come in here when Kat Tobes reached out and said, "Hey, Brad, I got this good group of guys, and can we get them on the show and all that?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." I am so thankful that happened. Really, that I got to meet you guys. Like I had met Dennis before because Dennis's number has been saved on my phone since before we had to put the area codes, right? But the rest of you guys, and Randy, I knew you before too, but the rest of the group as a whole, I got to meet and get to know, there's people in the group who I've known over the years too, but man, they really opened up with this group, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it with you guys. I'm so glad and thankful that I got to meet you guys. And I met Tone. We became best friends right away.
Oh, Lord.
That was great. But the second time I met Tone was even better. And that was here for that in the studio last time. It was good, man. It was a great time to get to know our local guys as vets. And again, it's because of this organization that I got a more enriching relationship with the guys who I live with here. And men and women, right? There's women in our group as well. So this event is great. It's not just a party. It's a family fun day, and there's stuff going on. It's a bring your own beer, right? The other stuff we got.
It's going to be separate from the family event, so it's a secured area. It will be taped off. Yeah,
it's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah,
keep 21 and older events away from the youth.
Yeah, so it's challenged by choice, guys. So if you go there, it's by choice.
Yeah. And we're gonna be putting up those tall concrete barriers that you can't see through. Challenge and pass. Remember Boston, baked beans. The other one is our fellow member Jess Stoll last night saying, hey, just as important as all this is making those resources accessible to our veterans who might not otherwise, reach out to find out who they are. Do you know who some of the folks are? I know that's with Congresswoman Hines, right? Bringing folks out.
Yeah. The people that we out, the agencies that we out. Yes. The only ones that won't be there. I don't have the list. Yeah. There's about maybe I think 10.
Is it in this? Do you have it in? Those are notes from last night.
No, I don't. It's not there. It's on the chat group.
Okay.
It's on the chat.
Yeah.
The
Sweet.
Chat group. It's about maybe 10. Can I pull it up or?
Yes, you can do whatever you want. This is your show, Tone.
Thank you, sir. Let me.
Is it in the officers chat?
It's in the I think the fundraiser. Or I've also done it in the main.
I have so many Project Buddy chat groups, and they're all great. Each one has a different.
There.
Oh, sweet! You're not messing around. CNMI Office of Vocational Rehab will be there. CHCC Division of Public Health Services, NMC Student Support Services. The DPS BMV will be there because you can get veterans license plates and all that other stuff. Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority will be there. CNMI Small Business Development Network, they have done a lot of great stuff for vets already. CHCC Community Guidance Center will be at the event. CNMI Office of Veterans Affairs, the CNMI PSS Office of Student and Support Services, the Center for Living Independently, and Micronesian Legal Services Corporation. So a lot of folks who are serving our community, they're going to be coming out, and it's not a work day for them. They're coming out because they want to support as well. Ooh, we got a call coming in. My goodness. Here we go. Let's see. If you guys also want to hear, you'll be if you pop on those headphones. Holidays on Tiro, thanks for calling the show. Who is this?
Mr. Junior.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
From our beautiful island of Tinian. And first of all, good morning, Marianas, and happy holidays. Stay safe out there. From my family to yours.
Hey, thanks so much. And Tone's got the headphones on, so he can hear you right now, too.
Who's on the headphones, you said?
Oh, Anthony Demaponser, Vice President of Project Buddy Chick. 670.
Project Buddy Chick. Regarding what did you share? What do the community benefits from that?
Well, right now we're just a group of veterans that started a nonprofit organization that pretty much are grouping up, networking to build and make network to
get us together, right?
To get us together and connected so we can fill in the needs of our community.
Oh, like for example, the NAP program and other.
Right now we're still fairly new. Those are all future things. Our stuff is more based on gathering, getting all the vets together.
Sorry, I'll jump in just for a little bit. Maybe a good idea is maybe talk about like how it got started, and the reason why you started, because it started. I love this story about like with the golf and everything like that, and how this group evolved. But do you want to tell it? It's better hearing it from you, I think.
Well, it started with the 142nd Echo Company veterans group of brothers that found their peace by meeting up to go and play golf, and they started to make it regular. Shout out to all those those brothers, and they made it to a point. They were approached by the community to start this group because that's how how all the guys kind of just got together. A lot of them are after deployment, they got out. There was not much to do, and they kind of missed each other, but they still built that war bond, to link up and hey man. So that's how that buddy check came in, and buddy check is Army, so it's a check your buddies.
Cool.
So
I'm not really of what do you call this, a Army etiquette on like the every section of the the service members, like Air Force and Army and whatnot. They have this code of like what's your MOS. I'm not really etiquette on that part, and anyways, sir. Long story short, I don't want to take more of your time, but I honor your services. All the veterans out there, and veterans and the ones in service, active duty, happy holidays to your families and the sacrifices that your wives and sons and NPC table during holiday season that are not there, and the ones that are passed, they will never be forgotten. And I honor your services, and I fully support our men and women that are veterans and even in active duty.
Hey, thank you.
I would love to support what you're doing, and we can probably network down to Tinian, and we'll start a little bit of something through here so that we can help out each other, helping our veterans, because to cover more on the issues regarding PTSD and empty see that every holiday season or any special occasion that that veteran never made it back home. We need to, like you said, network and a body system.
Oh yes.
And a body system is very neat for in every movement that you do, especially during in the military services. It's called dual system, and just like the police officers, they need a body system, dual system, in order for them to guide their lives forward and protect one another, and never leave anybody behind. That has been the code of the services, and I honor the services, sir. And I'm a big supporter of the our armed services, and in any which way, from the Coast Guard all the way down to whatever services that you guys deserve a better hospital health care and a better community engagement, and especially with your wife and sons and daughters that are sacrificing every day, especially in the very important occasions during the holidays and whatnot, and they're left behind because of you protecting our great country and to keep us safe. And that, I honor that, sir. And someday, if you come over to Tinian, I might not have the red carpet, and I cannot tour you around the world, but I can tour you around the island.
It's okay, bro. I'm infantry, bro. I was in infantry. Yeah, I know how to be. I don't like red carpet. I like the mud. I want as wet, slippery, miserable as possible. Then you see me. I'll be smiling with the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is that we'll make it a more than a red carpet, because you deserve it, sir.
No, in fact, sir, we are reaching out to some people out there in Tinian. We didn't forget our Tinian boys. We're working currently on something to try and get something down for Veterans Day for Tinian and Rhoda.
Well, I am there, and it's right now my father is in the hospital and fighting for his life. But when I get a chance and I have a break, I'm willing to help you guys out.
Thank you. Hey, look, that we wouldn't be here without a strong community. Mm-hmm. You know, that's thank you. I take that wholeheartedly.
Well, I wouldn't be enjoying. Well, sir, I wouldn't be enjoying waking up every morning, every day, opening my door out into the world with a safe and sound community.
Yes.
Up here, it's protecting us, especially this high tension of around the world that's happening. Despite the fact that it's a lot of power trip on the political shutdown and whatnot, but we have to keep moving on.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
You have to network and help one another. And if we see something it's not great in the community, it's not going the right direction, we should shout out and bring the attention to the higher ups, the big wigs, they call. You know.
Yes. Yes.
And someday when you come out here, sir, and whoever's your network here, and I see it happening, I will just don't mind the intrusion. I will just walk by in and greet everyone.
No, we're
one family. I will help out in any which way I can.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And when you mentioned the nap thing earlier, that is something, that we might do, future, once we get more settled. Right now, we don't have an office space to, an official spot. So,
sir, I thank you very much for that. That's a great thought from you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
I have also an idea, regarding these things that are happening. Instead of waiting for the federal money to come in or whatnot from MPLC, if I was a congressman or a mayor or a governor, I'm going to send out the best fishermen and go harvest some of our natural resources and bring them in and start distributing it to the people. That's the fastest way, instead of just waiting for who's going to approve what.
Yes, that sounds good.
Let's harvest the one from Northern Islands because there's abundance. Let's harvest some from Tinian, the Goat Island, because there's a lot of goats, a lot of coconut crabs, a lot of lobsters, a lot of fish around the surroundings there. I'm not trying to say damn it's a sanctuary, but this is a time where we dip into our natural resources instead of waiting for the bills, the federal funds to come in. We're so dependent on federal funds, and that we need to start tapping into our natural resources and give. Why only give to VIP people every time there's a hosting for fiestas or whatnot in Saipan or opinion? We cater to the VIPs. We put down the red carpet for the investors, and later on, when they're done laundering their money, they just, you can't see them anymore. Everybody's like pointing fingers. What happened to the casino? What happened to that investment? What happened to that hotel? Why it closed down? Well, I think these investors and the tourism thing and the MBA thing is kind of sickening already. How do we spend millions and millions of dollars, and the old trick is not working anymore? This is the modern world. This is where we need to think outside the box and read between the lines and make it more attractive. And for each senatorial district should venture out and send their best interns, like a college student that's trying to get their master's degree in tourism or whatnot. Send them out to each of these nearby populated areas, so that we can put them in office over there. Give them an office. You know, why are we just focused on China and Korean?
Yeah, Dave, this sounds like it sounds like a great idea. I mean, I like all that stuff. I want to make sure that we don't stray too far, though, at least for the guys that we got in the studio, because I only have them for a limited amount of time.
Okay. Well, shout out to them, and thank you so much, and I support you all. I don't want to sidetrack to and grab the attention away, and thank you so much. And maybe some other time we'll talk about these things.
Hey, Monday.
Thank you so much, and I support you all.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, have a great day. Thanks so much for giving us a call.
You guys have a blessed and great day, too.
You too. Take care. All right, I like that idea, though, by the way. You know, we might not have any food stamps, but maybe we could do local fish stamps. You know, they could go out there. I love that idea about getting some guys to go out there and literally just troll. Get as much as you can, bring it back, and maybe that becomes that distribution program.
That's how it was done in the ancient days.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Back in the days, there, you know,
and there's a lot of
that
fish.
sounds like fun. That sounds like going back to the roots.
If you think about it, right, when you hear about the drag netting, the ticking, I grew up with that, just fishing out here, and it wasn't just for us, right? It was for like everyone who helped to participate, and we all walked away with, you know, a bunch of fish, and that's gone because it strips the reef. I mean, the beach area of, you know, the fish we have in there.
Yeah, only able to do it once in a while. You can get a special permit. I've been out there. I've seen it, and it was really cool. I went out walking with the guys as they were doing it.
Slap in the water. And
Yep. I'll tell you what, though. I went barefoot. That was the wrong decision. I stepped on a lot of stuff. So wear something when you're going out there with it. But it was a great idea. But I love that idea in particular, because if you can't, you're going to end up fishing out the lagoon with that if you're going to do that like all the time.
Yeah.
But if they sent a boat out to like the Northern Islands and got a whole lot of fish and brought it back. I'll tell you what, when we were trolling up there in the Northern Islands on the way out there to get the boats and back, and then I went up there with the military, we went up there and back. Man, you do not have to be a good fisherman to be a really good fisherman up there. There's so much. There's so much out there, and all you do once you put something in that water, something big's coming out. You know, every single time.
A great idea, right? It's our local resource. When worst comes to worst, and we can't provide canned goods, ocean's right there.
I'm not a big fan of goat, right? I appreciate it if, like, when I went to Poggin and the guys like got a goat and butchered it up for us, I'm like, you did that for us? All right, I'm eating it. You know, hell yeah, you know. But it's not my favorite thing to eat. But I'll tell you what, if someone was going to be doing that, like he mentioned, Goat Island, go out and do all that kind of stuff. So if you got meat, you got some fish. It sounds like a lot of the issues that we got, at least for self-sustenance and all that stuff, is pretty well taken care of. Plus, the other thing is, I know we have bula here also, but like the coconuts is really good stuff. And here, when it's in season, the avocados, especially like you go up through those ridge lines coming down from Lake Canatabla on either side of it, so many.
It's like a call there.
Yeah.
It's a call even for the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So there is a way to help out with that kind of stuff, and I love it.
That's Mayor Arby right there, this area, that farmers. Yeah, Mayor Arby. Shout out to Mayor Arby for that.
Yep, he's awesome. But that's like a legit plan. I really like that plan. That idea about the fish sounds great, especially if I get to be out there on that boat and enjoying it. You know, but that's some big stuff. Anyway, back to our big event on the 11th. It's open to all veterans. It doesn't cost a thing. You're able to enjoy. There's going to be music. There's going to be activities for the kids. There'll be just some fellowship for all the vets out there, men, women, families, and just a great opportunity to meet with your fellow veterans. And there'll be resources out there too that people who are part of these government agencies and NGOs taking their time on their day off as well to be a part of it with us, so they can also enjoy the food, enjoy the fellowship, but make it really easy for veterans to reach out.
Yes.
Sounds like a great win. So you're running for governor next, Anthony? What's going on?
No. I mean, it's great. I mean, Project Buddy Check. We have 178 members, on our group chat right now, and I know some guys have left, but hey man, shout out to guys who are not, and even those who are left. Hey man, guys, come down. This is for you, for us. Bring your families, if your kids, if you're still single, just come down. We got a single area for you. And we'll have it's gonna be and it's also Veterans Day, so it's to honor everyone, man, and keep the fire going. Yeah.
Yep. We've got a singles area. So it's a singles bar.
No. It's actually beer garden. Rephrase that. I'm sorry. No, it's a beer garden. It's bring your own beer and barbecue. But we'll have some barbecue there. It's gonna be a big tent and some tables for you guys to be, have your own area and good, and then separate from the family area. Mm-hmm. It's just that we don't want to beat the alcohol and the family event together.
Hey, it's a great plan. I love it. And this is number 2 going on, second annual, right?
Yes, second annual, and we're so blessed by the community's support. I mean, this would not have happened without our sponsors. Major to shout out to Miss Kathy Tovis. Helped us so much administratively, and Town Holdings, along with all the other sponsors shout out to you, Brad.
I'm just some dude.
To getting us here and by helping us get this message out to as much veterans all over the island. I know you're off. You shouldn't be at it. Federal employees are furloughed, so, and I know it's a holiday, so if you do have time, please come down. I'm sure CODA is available too for veterans who don't. But if you probably need help with getting a ride, I guess there's ways to contact, right, Brad? Mm-hmm. We just wanna get and it benefits you to come down too, so we can also actually give get our official numbers together.
Yeah, and it's still a growing organization, still forming as well. Got the nonprofit status. We don't have an office yet or anything like that, so it's all still new. So there's all kinds of ways that people can support and get involved in it. And if you served in any capacity, you can definitely be a part of it as well. So that's one of the things I love the best, man. I mean, I'm telling you, brother, you inspire me. Eric, you inspire me to be a better veteran and be better with us because of how hard you guys work for all this stuff and how passionate you are about taking care of each other and putting the focus on what you're doing. And whenever I see you guys working on stuff, you're doing it out of love for your fellow service members, and it's great to see it.
I guess, man, it's like I think I still carry this from war. I carry it from war. Everything I do it with my heart. It's like, and that's why I think that's one thing I guess I got from the military. If it got to get done, somebody got to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Grab it and don't just look at it, and it's great. It's been a blessing. I've met new friends. It's been an amazing roller coaster, and I'll say from the progress from the last time we met to now. I mean, even from Randy, from them getting him up there, and you with Delegate Hines, getting you up there, and you guys speaking up there to Congress, letting them know that we're here. You know, you guys did a big thing for Project Boychik and the VFW and all the veterans in this region. You know, and there's so much more we can do. I mean, especially, I mean, we got Guam right over there. You know, and maybe we can. You know, there's things that we can do. We just haven't really explored it yet. It's just it's beyond, right? I mean, you know, and there's so many ways. I mean, we're the Pacific region. You know.
Yep. We are not going to talk about the specifics and names and all that other stuff, but I'm telling you, this group is awesome. Just the fact that, you know, we even have a WhatsApp group that has as many veterans as we can get in there with Project Buddy Check, and just seeing what happened with the guy who recently said some stuff that, you know, got all of us like, come on, dude, we're here for you. You know, let's figure this stuff out. We love you. Let's figure it out. Like, I don't think I met that guy, but I reached out to that guy too. But that's me right now. But like all you guys too, people reaching out and commenting, and I'm sure you guys reached out to him like one-on-one.
Oh, buddy check for sure.
Yeah, it was a real legit buddy check on somebody, and to see everybody jump in there, that's a hell of an organization, man. It really is great.
Well, we're smiling, you know. We gotta take care of each other, you know. Do what we gotta do. I mean, that's just how it is, right?
You know, Brad, to add on to what you just said and what Ton was saying, you know, we have 170 some personnel on our chat group right now, but we know that there's a whole lot more than that out there.
Yeah.
And this Family Day that's coming up is a wonderful opportunity for us veterans to meet other veterans that we've never met before. Like you said, you didn't know a lot of us until recently, and you know, so this is one way of us to be able to meet each other, be able to get to know each other, so that, you know, you never know, one day we may need each other and we'll be there for each other. We don't know if we're passing by another brother veteran and we don't say hi to each other, but this is a chance for us to know each other. And if I see you or I see him, I know he's a veteran, he's my brother, I'll be able to greet him and say hi instead of just, you know, this is a chance for everybody to be there for each other.
And Brad, I mean, another thing is that therapy part, you know, like for me, it feels good to help somebody and see that change in that person's life, you know, right? Like when they're down and about and then boom, you see that empowerment, like you see, that's my soldier, that's my warrior, you know what I mean? That's what you want, right? To see, because, we're there, right? We're there, you know, so sometimes that little nudge can really save a person's, you know, life and everything. So we don't want anybody to feel alone, you know. Maybe sometimes on the chat, you know, some people might disagree or what, but, you know, the biggest thing I see is that people still respect each other. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so there's that common military respect, you know, of service. And that's, and also that thing I want to say is that pride of being from our Commonwealth, you know, and being here. So you're a veteran from the Commonwealth, living in the Commonwealth. So, you know, you should be happy, you know, and let's make it better. Let's figure it out. I mean, we all got skills. We all have skills, and all we have to do is get together and enjoy them, pass it on to our kids, and watch them grow. And you know, when they go, come back, they can carry on from us. You know, I mean, maybe hopefully before our kids ever. That we got our own clinic, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, if we get it in our time, then that'll be a big accomplishment, right? But I mean, we are. I'm so proud of Project Buddy Check, though. I mean, a shout out to also to you know our biggest group, one of our biggest groups, our Echo Company veterans. Yeah, so you go for broke, guys. There's a call to the beer garden, so report for duty with beer. Officers, you know, bring steaks, please. Hey, yes, sir. Hey, just kidding. No, just joke. Hey, please, guys, come down. Hey, and this is for you. This is a time for us to get together, get along, fandanya, you know, and you know, just check in with each other and enjoy a day. And I know too, the CNMI Veterans Office is going to be hosting the honor court. Yeah, so so it's a full day. You can go running. If you don't want to go running, you can hang out with us. Then you can go to the honor court after that. Come and get some lunch and check out the Veteran Resource Center. Yeah, so it's a great full day, and reach out to me. If I'm just running around, just nudge me, you know, and then I'll check in with you. But everybody there is very welcoming. All the vets, and I've worked hard we've all put in our time to get for everybody, you know, and we're doing this genuinely. Anything, guys?
Yeah. To add on to that, not just the veterans, but also the families.
Families, yes.
In your families, please. Remember, your families are a very big part of our success, and you know, us making it through this. Our family support, all the community and everybody. We thank you all, but we wouldn't be able to make it this far, or we wouldn't make it without the support of the community, the sponsors, and our families next to us. So please bring your families as well. It would be great for all families to know each other, you know, and that way if they ever need help or if they ever need to talk amongst each other, they can do that as well. But it would be great for everybody to get to know each other. That's the whole point for me. We want everyone to know that you're not alone. Very important, you're not alone. Okay, thank you.
Randy, I know you are a man of few words sometimes, but maybe we can hear a little bit from you, because it's great having you here, man, and being a part of all these organizations.
Well, it's great to be part of Project Buddy Checked. Like everybody know, I flew out to D.C. in June to support Delegate Kim Hines' bill called the Travel Act. And what that will enable is VA doctors to be stationed here in not just the Marianas, but also areas that are lacking in doctor support, particularly like with chiropractor services. We do have a lot of veterans that travel to Guam, and unfortunately they do leave behind their support system and having to travel them by themselves to their appointments. And so having like a chiropractor here, doctor to address, as everybody should know, veterans suffer pain, you know, like head, knees, and toes, back, and everything. So I went out there and supported the bill, and my understanding is that bill passed the House, and now it's sitting in the Senate. And I know our delegate is working tirelessly to try to get that across the line and over to President Donald Trump to get signed. And we're hopeful that it'll come to fruition. And also, you know, veterans, when it becomes available, or if it becomes available, utilize those services, because that helps build our numbers up. It shows the VA that we're utilizing these services, and it shows that we need more, you know, in terms of like probably establishing a CBOC, community-based outpatient clinic, which will be staffed by like full-time VA doctors and staffers. And with that comes a lot of other programs that the VA does not have available here. One in particular would be the homelessness, VA homelessness program for veterans that do decide to leave the service and come back home. And unfortunately, a lot of our veterans are technically homeless because they don't own a home, or a lot of their land is in probate. And a lot of us know that probate takes a while. Yeah. So that's one of the services. Another one would be medical services in terms of like support for like those in wheelchairs and things like that. I know it's going to be becoming an issue eventually. Right now we don't have a lot of veterans that are in that, but we do have a few, and you know, we need to make sure they're taken care of.
Well, because now you've got a lot more veterans who are standing up and being recognized, and I think that's the important thing. And that's one of the best things about this, is that, you know, we had a small group that was a part of it, and now there's something that's a lot of everybody, and super welcoming, super easy. It doesn't matter. You just have to go. It doesn't cost you anything to be a part of it. It's just standing up and being recognized. So it's great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else that you guys want to hit?
I really want to call out our Vietnam veterans and Korean War veterans that are out there. It's because of your sacrifices and hard work that our benefits have come to what they are today. And if you're listening and you're out there, you hear this from Jose Crisostomo, Sergeant Major Crisostomo up at the VA office, and Colonel Harry Blanco, you know, about the PACT Act. I know we've been singing it over and over. I hate to beat the dead horse, but it's there, and it's for those types of veterans who feel like they don't have any paperwork backing their service to get the benefits. This bill that was signed like 2 years ago now enables them to get the health care that they've never experienced or didn't know they have. So,
and that works a lot of that for our guys too.
Yes.
Because I was just looking into this, and I did it because of Project Buddy Check guys. You guys talk about like that CPAP stuff and all that, getting a sleep study done. And I'm like, I'm not going to get one of those stupid things. I don't want to sleep like Darth Vader. And, you roll over to your wife, hey, baby. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But here's the thing, is that we also have, like, presumptive positives for all this stuff, depending on, like, where you were and all that other stuff, that it can be service-connected. And if you get service-connected for something like that with the CPAP, that's like an instant 50% disability rating on top of whatever you have already. And you know what? The hardest thing for me to get past on some of that stuff is just like, I feel like I've led a pretty good life, like I don't blame anybody for any of this other stuff. And if it wasn't for you guys and other folks, advocating for veterans, say, hey, look, get that crap out of your head. If you earned this kind of stuff, you served and you went to those places, and that's something your country wants to give you. You just have to go and get it. So like I'm going to be getting that sleep study done and all that stuff. My wife would really prefer that I don't sound like I'm cutting trees down and all that stuff every night. And that's, I would not have done it and started that conversation if it wasn't for just our regular conversations, not an agenda item, not a something that's put in a meeting. It's our friendly conversations of being around other vets, talking about regular stuff in a regular conversation. So
did you get your CPAP?
No, I still got to get the sleep study done and all that other stuff. Guaranteed, I'm going to qualify for it. Are you kidding? There's no way.
Bro, you're going to have good sleep.
No, dude, I'll tell you, because my neighbors are going to feel a lot better. Do you see in Japan, they're actually using the military because of bear attacks. My neighbors think there's bears roaming in the jungle because of the way I sleep.
It's just Brad.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be it. They were going to put something on my face either way, whether it's going to be a pillow or a CPAP to try and keep me quiet at night. So anyway, but that's through these conversations with you guys, because I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff with like regular folks, or I wouldn't have that opportunity to have that conversation. So it's a worthwhile organization. It's just great to have us talking about stuff that we can talk about, where it's easy.
Put out, share ideas. If there's stuff if you guys want to gather or whatever it is, I mean, that chat, that's what it's used for. Guys can actually even just say, hey, anybody want to go swimming today? You can just do it on that chat, whatever you want to do. It's just, I guess right now I'm hoping that, through this Family Fun Day event and Veterans Day, with everybody there, it break that ice to let's get started on that. I mean, who knows? Sky's the limit, on what we can do when we're all together. I mean, we're not in service anymore, and let this be the next mission, a veteran community mission,
I love that. All right, how many push-ups do you think you could do right now?
Me, bro? I'll knock out 50.
Oh,
I'll knock out 50.
All right,
but no, you're not gonna do 50, no.
No, I'm not. You'll be doing it for freedom, not for me. For America. You do it for your Marianas. Go out there and knock out this. Beat your face.
Beat your.
That was still something that people said when you guys were in, right? Get out and beat your face.
Have you seen how they do push-ups now?
No.
They do it like flying eagles.
You gotta release.
What?
Yeah. So there is no turbo. Like you've done 30 in a minute or whatever.
You just gotta break the plane. You gotta
release.
You gotta fly.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah, but we're old school, so but I don't apply.
All right, now I got it. I'm gonna have to work on this. The only problem is like it. It was great breaking the plane. It was easier, when I was younger and more fit. Now, it's a lot of extra work just to get past that stomach part. You're hearing the gut like slap the ground every time you're doing a push-up.
That's your bump stock.
Yeah, that's a bump stock. Great stuff.
Brad, before I forget though, I also want to mention Don yesterday mentioned it also because that phone call that came in earlier, I didn't quite hear everything, but I know he mentioned Tinian and Rhoda.
Yes.
And Tinian and Rhoda, if there are any veterans that are on Saipan on that particular day,
Yes.
you know, the drivers already got a call yesterday. They were informed about that event. So if there are any veterans from Tinian or Rhoda, you know, just like Don said, everybody's welcome, and please, we would be happy to have you guys there. Just coordinate with the driver and see if you guys can get taken down over there.
And drop back.
And drop back afterwards. You
You
know,
need a round trip.
Yeah, remember, Tinian and Rhoda is part of us, and we are family. So please, if you guys can make it, we would really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not Project Buddy Check SPN, Project Buddy Check 670. So reaching out to everybody. All right, guys, you got anything else? No?
Hope to see you there.
Cool. And for Randy, that's just.
I know.
There you go. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for being here. I'm just glad that there is a Project Buddy Check.
Well, I guess you can thank everybody, the community.
Thank you for your service, all the veterans out there and families.
Yes. That's it.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap us up. I am going to play you guys out with the latest news from the Associated Press because it's out here. So thanks to all our guests out here today. Thanks to Eric. Thanks to Randy. Thanks to Dennis. And thanks for Tone. Also earlier, thanks for Eileen for joining us today, telling us everything about the NMC tech pieces. Wow, what a heartwarming thing that was, too. Look forward to hear more updates from that. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope it's the best weekend you've had so far. And if you guys are got some free time tonight, head on down to Last Shot Bar. That's where Travis and I are going to have our joint birthday party. It's free to get in there. There's going to be all kinds of specials going on. Marvin's going to be playing, and we'd love to see you guys down there. So have a great day. Have a great night. And for now, let's get you the latest update from the Associated Press.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. The government shutdown's now the longest in U.S. history, and Ed Donahue reports there's a court ruling on a key program that's being affected.
A federal judge is ordering the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP benefits in November. The ruling is out of Rhode Island. Cities and nonprofits complained only 65% of the maximum benefits of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program was being covered. The Trump administration said last month it would not pay benefits at all for the month because of the government shutdown. Last week, 2 judges, including that judge in Rhode Island, ordered the government to pay at least partial benefits. Shelley Yearwood is at a food distribution center in New Jersey. She has a message for Washington.
Get it together, because families need it. Families need food. You don't use food to starve people, to get to your greedy agenda. So please, talk and get together and really think about it's for the people. It's not for you. It's for the people.
The earlier decision would leave some SNAP recipients getting nothing this month. I'm Ed Donahue.
Airports in New York, LA, and Chicago, along with hubs across the U.S., are among 40 that will see flights cut starting tomorrow, again a result of the government shutdown. Linda Thurlow was traveling through Houston.
You feel when you come to America that things will work properly. And so we're going to be here probably for about 5 hours now because we thought we had to check in early because of what's going on. So slightly disappointing.
The man who threw a sandwich at a federal agent in Washington, D.C. has been found not guilty of an assault charge. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she will not seek re-election, and the world's richest man could become history's first trillionaire. Elon Musk has won a Tesla shareholder vote that would give the CEO stock worth $1 trillion if he hits certain performance targets over the next decade. The electric car company has struggled with plunging sales this year. This is AP News. In Virginia, a former teacher shot by a 6-year-old student has won a lawsuit.
We, the jury, on the issues joined, find in favor of the plaintiff, Abigail Zwerner, and assess her damages at $10 million. The award interest beginning on June 1st, 2024.
The lawsuit accused an administrator of ignoring warnings that a 6-year-old student had a gun before the teacher was shot. Jurors returned the verdict against Ebony Parker, a former assistant principal at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News. Abby Zwerner was shot in January 2023. A bullet damaged her left hand and remains in her chest. Parker was the only defendant in the lawsuit. The shooting sent shockwaves throughout Virginia's military shipbuilding community. and the country at large, with many wondering how a child so young could access a gun and shoot his teacher. I'm Haya Panjwani.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Good morning, Marianas. So many things we gotta discuss. Happy day, Tirawamian greetings to Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news from a beautiful place with Pacific views. It's always so much fun on Good Morning, Mariana.